Welcome to this edition of the Banner Press Sports Corner. Thanks for tuning in on your preferred platform. I'm Nicholas Hodell, sports writer here at the Brenham Banner Press. And Blinn softball has been steadily improving this season despite its overall record of 10-20. The Buccaneers sat at 6-4 in Region 14 play in the South Zone prior to a region doubleheader with San Antonio South. And they have plenty of home games throughout the rest of this month and the start of April through its midweek and weekend doubleheaders at Holt Park. Several former Brenham Cubettes are on this year's Blinn's team, including this week's Sports Corner guest, Annie Beckendorf, a freshman at Blinn, who has been steadily getting her numbers up, and we appreciate you taking the time this week.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and it's been quite the adventure for you guys this year. And
Yes.
I know as a freshman, you've probably gotten to see a lot of high quality competition in making that jump to the college ranks. Just how has that jump been for you to face?
Yes. So like you said in the beginning, we were struggling. We had some tough competition in the fall and bringing into the beginning of our conference. But jumping from high school and select to college, it is a big difference. Just the amount of hours you put in and having to juggle with school still. And now you're living with people. So that is a big difference, but I love it. So I'm so glad that I took that next level.
Yeah, I'm also glad you mentioned the select aspect of it too.
Yes.
I mean, high school and select are two very different realms of the softball world. Just with select in particular, obviously it's from JUCO to high school, from high school to JUCO, that's obviously a huge jump. How much is the jump from select to junior college?
Honestly, select, you get a lot of like D1 commits, D2 commits, all the commits under the belt. So it hasn't been a terrible jump from select to JUCO, but like you said, high school and to college, that is a big difference in levels of competition. So yeah.
Yeah, and you were one of the ones that did select year round, I imagine, right? Back in the day.
Yes. I think I've been doing it since I was like 7 or 8, something like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of years, but it has been so fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of softball.
Yes, a lot of softball.
That's a lot of softball.
Yes.
And the Blinn days here, it's pretty much all doubleheaders for the most part.
That is a big difference. And me and my teammates discuss that a lot. You know, in high school, you play one good 7-inning game, and now every time we play a team, we play doubleheaders. So just the exhausted part and trying to juggle in like your energy for both games, playing both games has been a little bit of a struggle at the beginning, but now I think we're getting the hang of it and it's been a lot better. Yeah.
How do the doubleheaders compare to when you would have tournament days where you would play back-to-back?
Yes.
When you had those?
Yes. So when we play like 5-6 games a day or whatever, that will get to you. But these double headers, you play the team once. And so then to be able to just play them right after again, you kind of have a sense like, okay, like this is how their defense is, pitching, offense. So I will say that's kind of an advantage to get to play the team right back to back again. So that's helpful.
Yeah, it's not like you're facing New Caney Porter one game and then here comes Santa Fe trotting out to the field.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, just how much of a mental edge is that second game for both teams? As you both have that, but just kind of the expectations and what to expect.
Yes. So I will say I struggled with the second game. Normally at my mental stage, not really physical, but mental, I was exhausted just because you're always thinking on the field. You're always thinking in your at-bats and just being aggressive and competitive. And so being able to play the second game, you're tired, but to be able to fight through that tiredness and still be competitive and win the game, I think that shows a lot for just as you as a competitor.
Yeah. And I mean, certainly second round of district too, you get that mental edge, but then too, it's 3 weeks down the road when you see them again.
Yes.
Here it's right then, right now, to take care of business. So that's definitely a big part of that. Holt Park too, kind of a different home field for you.
Yes.
Not too far from Brenham High School, but still
Oh,
a
it's
little
right
bit.
up the road.
Yeah, still a little bit different. Just how has the environment been at Holt Park for you girls this season?
Honestly, for me, it still feels like since I've played at Holt, we've all practiced there since I'm from here, so it kind of feels like it's like another select game, kind of the environment of feeling it, but it is a little different than playing at the high school. But yeah, I think the environment is great over there. We have a good time. So.
Yeah, and of course the Little League fields are right there,
yes.
So you kind of get to see.
Yes, we have a bunch of little girls that actually come and watch us if they're playing that week or something, and they'll sit in the stands and watch us. So I think that part is pretty cool too.
It's almost like every night is youth night, pretty much.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that must be a great atmosphere to have there too.
Yes, it is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, certainly. And of course, youth nights are coming up pretty quickly for the Brenham programs too, so they'll get a taste of that coming up as well. And this year's team, it's not just you that has gone through it as a Brenham Cubettes. Halle, Scheel, Nevaeh, Holmes also on that team. And of course, you and Halle's friendship has been well documented, but having Nevaeh as well as part of that fold, just how well have you three kind of done this together?
Us three, it is crazy. We all just gel together. I mean, I have Halle as my roommate, and we just get each other now. Our personalities and the way we play. I mean, we can look at each other and just know what we're saying on the field. Especially now, she's playing shortstop and I'm playing third, so we got that left side. And even with Nevaeh being there, the chemistry is just so familiar because we've all just played with each other. And so it is really nice, especially being a freshman going into college and you're already nervous about living together and all this and that. But it's good to have like a familiar faces to help you through college. So.
Yeah, and for you and Halle kind of rooting together, how's that?
It is great. We have a great time. We help each other with school and just going out and just having fun. We get each other, so it has been a great time there.
Probably helps too that you guys know the spots in Brenham to have that fun.
Yes, it's funny you say that. We actually have a girl from Canada, Blinn. And so she doesn't really know much, even like Texas. So we've gotten to show them all the ropes and all the ins and outs of Brenham, and so that's been really fun too.
Yeah, and I imagine you guys with those road trips too probably have all the spots picked out already.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, having one from Canada come in, how has that been to kind of learn some things from her too?
It has been fun. As you know, our coach, Jamie Ingram, she's from Canada too. So they've been bonding, over Canadian things, and we've gotten to learn, a new perspective of stuff. So it's been so fun just comparing and contrasting all this stuff that, is different. So that's been fun.
Yeah. And of course, Lauren Ingram and Rick Church also there.
Yes.
And recently, Rick Church, part of the NJCAA's Legacy Award group, received that big honor. And I know for you as a freshman, kind of one of the many classes now that Coach Church has had here and at Blinn. Just how has it been playing for him? It's
been an honor. As you said, he has coached a lot of teams, and just to be able to be a part of one of those teams that he's coached is it's really special. Especially he has just so much experience, and for him to share that knowledge with us, it's really helpful in the game of softball.
Yeah. What's been some of the biggest things you've learned from him this year?
He has always told us, like it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you end. And so we're writing our stories, and it's about how you end it and not how you start from the beginning. So I think that's really helped. And, he's always told us, like, your competitive fire, I can't teach that for you. You have to have that. And so that's really just kind of inspired us to just, we got this and we're going to keep going. Yeah,
that might be a heck of a metaphor too for this group after kind of the start you guys had, and now you're really steadily climbing up and winning some of these region games, and as of late you've also been pretty dang solid at the plate. Getting a hit in each of the Saturday games against LSU and East, and going hitless in the Friday. But right now, hits in 8 of the last 10 for you. What's been the key to really maintaining some kind of a streak for you at the plate.
Yes, so we've been struggling a little bit at the plate, but for me, personally, it was just we're not here to win the game and just hit home runs. I'm here to just get on base for my team and be more selfless in the box. So just getting the singles or the doubles or even, yes, a home run, but just really doing it for my team is really what I think about when I get in the box.
Yeah, and right now being at a 260 something average, is that kind of the mark you wanted to set for yourself this year?
I wanted to set, a little higher than that, but I think that we're heading in a good direction, of course. I don't settle for myself, so I'm always, you know what, you can do better. So, I think as of right now, it's pretty good, but there is improvement I can make.
Yeah, and just at the point this team is right now, just how far do you think this team's come over the last couple months?
Yes, we were just talking about it. I think this team has gone a long way. I mean, we started off, and just in general, when you put a bunch of girls together that we don't know each other and just starting that team chemistry together, and now our team chemistry is great, and just to keep going game by game instead of thinking like, oh, we have 2 games today. Like, no, we're going to get through the first game and then we're going to get through the second game. So I think our team as a whole has really improved from beginning to now.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking mentally how those doubleheaders can kind of get to you.
Yes.
How tough is that in the middle of the week on a Wednesday
yes.
when you have classes and stuff, the balance as well? Just how tough has that balance been?
Yes, it is a little hard. I will say last week I think we played a total of 10 games. So just trying to be on top of your schoolwork and get what you need to get done first before you think of anything else. And then after that, I will say that's where you filter out the athletes of who is going to do the best of mentally of trying to get through those 7 innings and then another 7 innings. That is, I think, what filters out, who wants it more. And so I think that's where our competitive fire really comes out.
Yeah, but really on both sides of it, being that complete student athlete, which is obviously a big thing of any collegiate program, and especially at Blinn with all the great academic achievements. Seems like all the Blinn programs tend to have. Just how has the adjustment from high school to junior college classes been for you?
I will say high school, it's more of a set schedule. I mean, you're at school 8 hours a day. Blinn or college, I have maybe 3-4 classes that I really need to put my focus in. Maybe a class a day that I go to. So that separation has been great for me, knowing that I'm not at school 8 hours. I just go to my 1 hour class a day and I do my homework right after that. So for me personally, it has helped that transaction going into college. So
yeah, it sounds like quite a big difference to go from 8 periods. Of course, one of them are for softball, but still 8 periods to the college kind of schedule. I mean, was that kind of a tough adjustment for you to make at first? At
first, yes. It is very different to make from going into high school, and now you are an adult and you are doing your own things. You're doing your laundry, you're doing your cooking, and you're doing your schoolwork, and then you go to practice for maybe 4 hours. So that is a big adjustment, but I think we've all handled it really well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, doing that laundry, it never gets any easier.
Especially uniforms. It is a lot of uniforms.
Yeah. So then you probably got like the home, the away, so I imagine a couple alternates in that mix, right?
Yes, exactly. But I will say it has been great. My mom, I only live 8 minutes from campus, so I do go home and I'm like, here, Mom, you want to do my laundry? But yeah, so that's been really nice to only live 8 minutes just to go home and get stuff done. So
and that's one of the other things too that you, Halle, and Nevaeh have that advantage of is being here and being based here in Brenham, having that convenience. How often throughout this year have you kind of taken advantage of that and gone to see your family?
I would say probably once every week. Me and my parents, we go to church on Sundays, and then right after that, I have my laundry from Mom from all the games that we played that week, and I'm like, you got to do these uniforms. And sometimes my roommates are like, can you take my uniforms too? So then we have that. So because we only have a couple washers and dryers for the whole team, so it's been nice to go home and and just to see my parents, because some of them don't get to see their parents a lot. We have a girl from California, Bailey, and she doesn't get to see her parents every weekend like we do. So that has been an advantage for us girls that live near here.
Yeah, probably even for the girls still in Texas that come from whether it's the Dallas area or even the Houston area at times, that can be a little tough. Yeah, just how have you kind of seen your family kind of take that on when you have all those clothes, or perhaps even supporting your teammates?
Yes, my parents are the best. They're my biggest supporters in everything that I do. And so to have them here and my grandparents, and to have them here to be able to come and watch my games, it means a lot to me. So they've been through there and even my teammates, they've taken in, my roommates and the whole team, and they just care so much for each and one of us. So it's been really great to have some support through even the ups and downs of just college and softball and life in general. So it's been really great.
Yeah. Just so far, what are some of the biggest personal lessons that you've taken away from this first year at Blinn?
Yes. I've taken away from the softball aspect is to just never stop. I mean, even though you have a bad game for one of your double headers, you still have plenty of games to go. So just the perseverance of just keep going and keep grinding and keep working hard. In school, I've been doing pretty well in school. So just get on it before we have games and meet your deadlines and get your homework done before anything else that you do. Because you will want to procrastinate it, especially when you don't have mom and dad saying, do your homework. So that has been really well for me for transitioning. So
yeah, has that required a rewiring of the brain just to kind of get those things done first?
Yes, it has. I'm the one, I normally if I don't get something done for homework, I am stressing all week about I have to get this done. So that is normally my number one goal, is to get the homework done or study for the test or whatever it is. And softball, and sometimes it can go into softball. I mean, sometimes you have to be able to space it out between if you're playing a game and you're like, oh, I have this big test coming up, and it's not the time to think about that. It's time to think about softball. So just separating those two things is important.
Yeah, and I think that probably too is no different from the high school realm too.
Yes.
Being a student athlete with that, I imagine, right?
Yes, I felt the same way in high school. I would stress out about, especially we had more classes, so we had more tests. And so for me, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like we have so many hours that we're in softball, but I also have to get this done. So just life as a student athlete in general, it's not for the weak, for sure.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I mean, they really put you through the ringer through that high school schedule compared to even having a full college load. I mean, when you look back on those high school days, just do you kind of appreciate having a lesser course load a little more?
Oh my gosh, yes, I do. I appreciate it. And me and Halle were talking about it, but it was just kind of weird. Like we're thinking about high school, and it's like, oh my gosh, that was just last year. We were seniors in high school, and now we're in college, and it's going by so fast. And so, we appreciate all the teachers and our coaches from high school and everything like that have gotten us to where we are today.
Yeah, and of course, being a former Brenham Cubettes,
yes.
Have the high school right down the road again from Blinn to be able to come back and occasionally take in a game. And I know that was the last time we caught up was at a recent game. Just how often do you try to make an effort to go down there?
Yes, we normally practice. So right after me and Halle decide, if we don't have homework or anything else, like we're going to go down there and make a game. I think it's important, especially as a former Cubette, to still support your community, and especially since we're in Blinn, we're still in the Brenham community. And so just to support those girls that have supported me like the juniors and the seniors. That was really important to me.
Yeah, and you still have a good number of former teammates on that team too, with Avery Maurer, Sarah Maybe, Kylie Baker, among others.
Yes.
How often do you guys still kind of try and catch up with them?
Oh yes, I know. I talk to a lot of them, and sometimes I still work out with some of them. So I know we're all busy, especially since some of them it's their senior year. But yeah, just to stay connected. That's important to me to keep that.
Yeah. How often have you stayed connected with your fellow classmates? I know a lot of them are kind of scattered across.
Yes. Yeah. We still talk actually on a daily basis. So it's fun just to see where everyone went, and just to continue to talk to them and be like, oh, I'm doing this, you're doing that. Like, that's so cool. So yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah. And as we begin the process of wrapping up a little bit here, again, like I mentioned at the Open, still got a lot of doubleheaders left, a lot of region games left to really prove yourself. And just what's going to be the big things for you guys to focus on to try and rack up wins and make an effort to be in that region tournament?
Yes, so we're really thinking right now, just take it game by game. We have proven ourselves, at the beginning. I know a lot were like their record, but I think we're the best. Our coach Ingram said it, we're the best 10-20 team there is. So our record definitely does not define us as a team at all. So I think just moving on and just taking, like I said, game by game is really important to us right now.
Yeah. And just continuing on that Wednesday, Saturday routine for the next several weeks. How important is recovery going to be a part of keeping you guys in shape to be able to take some games?
Yes, our coaches, they're really good at it, saying my arm hurts, this hurts, that hurts. Just going to the trainers and really just making sure that you are getting help for if you are injured, which everyone has done. So it's been great for that, at least. It is exhausting on your body though, but just making sure you get enough rest and things like that has helped.
Yeah. So after this year, again, one more year of Blinn, and then what's kind of the next step for you after Blinn? I know it's a little ways away yet.
Yeah.
But
Yes, it's always good to think about. So for me, I definitely want to go to maybe a 4-year school. Really, it's just wherever softball takes me. I still want to continue to play softball for the next 2 years. So I don't really have a specific, I want to go here. I know for my degrees in ag business and agriculture, so your schools like Texas A&M, Sam Houston, those kind of schools are more towards my major. So but I'm just excited to see what the future looks like.
Yeah. And just what's kind of the future plans with that degree?
So that's funny because I haven't been set on a specific job, but I love agriculture, everything to do with it. So just to be in that field or on the business part of it is really what I want to do.
Yeah, and I imagine that Brenham FFA did a great job in instilling that love.
Yes. Right? I've always loved at the beginning of my softball career. I know I wanted to become like a vet, but school and softball and intertwining that, it's a lot to take on. So I definitely still want to stay in the agricultural field.
Yeah, especially in the veterinarian path.
Yes.
That had to have been a lot.
I thought about it a lot, and and I was like, so from high school on, I was like, I think I'm going to stick to ag business and just see what happens. So
yeah. Well, plenty of region games to go for you guys, and I know that 260 average. You said you're still kind of striving for a little bit more.
Yes.
What's kind of that mark that you would be pretty happy with at season's end?
I would say, over 300 at least, 350, 300. I think that's a good spot for me to stay at. I just need to make better adjustments at the plate and not take advantage of each at bat and stay locked in for each at bat. So I think just to get above the 300, 350 area would be probably where I want to be at.
Yeah, I know you'd be joining several of your teammates in that club too. Halle's in that club at the moment. Just how well has your roommate played to this point in the year?
Oh my gosh, we've switched around positions a lot. She started in the outfield, and now she's at shortstop, and just being a great utility player for us. And just to watch her succeed and know that she is as good as she is. So just being able to watch that is just so fun for us. And she's done a great job hitting, fielding, and everything like that. So it's been so fun to play together again and continue to grow with each other.
Yeah, and I think people may not realize how much of a transition that is from what Halle was in high school or to center field,
Yes.
the speedy outfielder out there, to all of a sudden you're at shortstop getting some really hard hit ground balls hit at you.
And you know what? That's all it is with college. You go where coach puts you, and it's been great. I know she's been having fun there. So just adjusting and just being the best player you can be at whatever position coach puts you at.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah. Have you kind of been shifting around yourself?
Yes. I started at second base, and then I moved back to third. So, and I love being able to play as many positions as possible. You never know when a coach is like, we need you for this, and you're like, hey, I can do that. So it's been really great being able just to be a utility player as well in the infield and figuring out different positions and mentally, plays and stuff like that. So it's been really good.
Yeah, and I know you kind of take that home there at third base.
Yes, that is my comfort zone. But as well, just getting out of your comfort zone and learning something new, I think that's a great advantage to have as a collegiate athlete.
Yeah, and it'll certainly be interesting to see the rest of the season as we get close to April already. Goodness gracious.
I know, it is going by so fast.
Yeah, and of course, April means that's pretty much the time to push for the region tournament. So, so we'll be having some fun chronicling that over the next several weeks here at the Banner Press, and want to take some time to look at some of our headlines from our Tuesday edition. That Bluebell Fun Run over the weekend drew a lot of people into Brenham.
I saw that.
Yeah, and did you miss working that at all?
No, I was thinking about that 5 a.m. going over there, and I was like, I don't think I missed that part. But I do miss seeing all those people running. It is a fun time.
Yeah. Thousands of people were in Brenham for that, and top finishers and results were in the Tuesday Banner Press. Also, there are some local school officials here in Washington County discussing Senate Bill 12, which will have a big impact in Texas. The groundbreaking for Fire Station number 2 also took place on Monday, and the hearings, the pre-trial hearing in the case of former Brenham Mayfest King Lucas friend, postponed. We have those details in Tuesday's edition, alongside the newest inductees of the Brenham Track Hall of Honor, and of course all the latest information, track, baseball, softball, and again, it's kind of the same ritual in the Thursday Banner Press. Unified Track had their big area meet on Monday with Sealy, and also more baseball and softball information. Please stay there. All of that will be in the latest edition, the Thursday edition of the Banner Press. And to receive that local information, sports and news that will matter to you, you can subscribe on our website, BrennanBanner.com, or you can call it 979-836-7956. Again, that phone number is 979-836-7956, or you can log on to our website, BrennanBanner.com, and you can subscribe through both ways. Of course, a phone call will be greatly appreciated. You can let our people here at the Banner Press take care of you. We also want to remind you to nominate someone who you believe is a rising star from Washington County for inclusion in our upcoming 20 Under 40 Rising Stars magazine, which will be released this June. Still have a few weeks to get those nominations in, as we take those from now until April 11 for individuals ages 18 through 40 as of June 30 of this year who live and or work in the county and are making positive contributions to the Washington County community. Nomination forms will continue to be printed in select editions of the Banner Press and are also available on our website, BrennanBanner.com, or you can swing by the Banner Press office and pick up a nomination form there. Self-nominations are not permitted, and incomplete forms will not be accepted. To make sure you do complete that form. Thank you so much, Annie, again for coming in the Sports Corner this week. I've been Nicholas Hodel. Have a very good rest of your week, everyone.